Hi, good morning. It is day 8, the beginning of week 2. So, last week I got mega behind, and I'm going to try not to worry about it and think about it and reset my goals for this week. Because as I've said, when I'm doing this challenge, it's a 30-day challenge, but there's no actual pressure on myself. There's no deadline. I don't have to get the book to a publisher. I'm just trying to challenge myself. And the whole idea behind challenging myself was to get me back writing every single day. And the point of the challenge was not to try and burn myself out trying to write a book in 30 days. It's more about reforming the habit and getting into a good routine with my writing and with the other work I have to do. I am a full-time author, so there is so much other business stuff I have to do every day. We also have our own family business, which takes up a lot of my time in the day as well, so I have to try and balance it. And I live in a house with a big family, so there is a lot going on in my life. When I say I'm a full-time writer, it doesn't mean that I get to sit in the office and write 10,000 words a day all day, every day, and just churn out these books. There's so much else I've got to do. So one of the big things of that is planning, and I do plan for the quarter, but I also plan for the month, and I also plan for the week, and then I also plan for the day. So it kind of like all tumbles down in kind of like a funnel. And for the last few weeks, because we've been away to Berlin and we've been away to Amsterdam in September and October, and that's just really thrown me, because there's just been like catch up, and there's just been so much stuff going on. And now, between now and April, I don't have anything else booked. I'm sure I will go away somewhere for things. So, weirdly, there's marathons run. So we've got Boston Marathon in April, but between now and then there's nothing planned, apart from one day where I want to go into Manchester to go to the Christmas markets and go out for the day with the family. So that's going to be really cool. That will probably be soon. We absolutely love the Christmas market, and we've looked it up, and I believe there's like quite a few vegan options this time for the food, so that's going to be really exciting, because I do miss the having the bratwurst, which we did used to enjoy in my pre-vegan days. So that's going to be exciting. But apart from that, and obviously Christmas, there is nothing else planned. So I was wanting this challenge to get me into the habit of writing. And one thing, same topic, different topic, Anthony. So I've just taken Becca Syme's Write Better Faster course, and it's a fantastic course. If you ever get the chance to take it, take it. I had some real good insights into myself and how I work as a writer. And when I had my face-to-face meeting with her, well, across Zoom, one-to-one meeting with her across Zoom, we were talking, and she challenged me to go on a 30-day social media ban. Now, there are certain aspects that I can't go on a ban. I need to post and stuff like that, but I don't need to scroll it. I don't need to sit there browsing TikTok. And so she set this a couple of weeks ago, and it was going really well. But this last week, where I was struggling with words, I found things creeping back in. I found myself making excuses to get on social media. So, I'll just go and check these notifications. I'll just go and check how this post is doing. Oh, I need to just go and look this up on YouTube. And I can see these habits coming back in, and I need to no. So I do need to post on social media. I have my TikTok, obviously. I have my YouTube. I have my Facebook. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm not allowed to go on and post or create posts, because I do batch posts. I'm not allowed to do the social media stuff until like 5, 6 at night, and then that's it, finished, because otherwise I get distracted. And while it's only a couple of minutes here and there checking on a notification on Facebook, we all know how that happens. You jump from Facebook, you jump to TikTok, you jump to Instagram or Twitter or whatever your social media preferences are, and this is what's happening to me. And no, it's a ban. So I am back to not scrolling, and I'm going to just challenge myself on a daily basis to not scroll. The other thing I need to do today is plan my week. I have not planned my week for weeks. If I look it up here, so this is my notebook. The last week I had planned out was the 10th of October. So I've not planned for almost a month, and this is no wonder I am feeling like I'm all over the place and overwhelmed with things. So I need to get back into the planning. My personality type, I need a plan it lets me know where I'm going. I'll have a checklist. I can tick off what I'm doing and I can hit these points because I like to achieve things. If I have this list of things and I achieve them in the day, I feel really good. So my goal today is to plan, and then I am going to write. And I'm going to write a minimum of 5,000 words. Now, I do actually have quite a quiet day today until about 3:30 when everyone comes home from school, and I believe it's 8 o'clock right now as I record this. So I have the house to myself. There is absolutely no reason why I can't get those words done unless an emergency happens and get my plan into place. So I'm just going to spend a little time doing that, and I will try and kind of talk you through what I plan to do for the week. So this is my notebook I use to do my weekly plans in, and it's just easier. I can carry it around with myself. So as I said, I have not planned for several weeks, so theoretically I should be on week 6, but I'm not going to leave these pages blank, so I'm just going to skip these weeks in my planner and jump straight on to week 6. Now you're going to see this and it's not going to be super pretty because that's not the plan with me. I love watching bullet journal videos that are super pretty and I think they're fantastic, and I wish I had the time to do that, but this is practical. This is for my business and figuring out what I need to do to reach my goals. So I do like coloured pens and washi tape and all that stuff, and so I will use them, but like I said, it's not going to be super pretty. This is just going to be functional. So I have 3 goals every week. Well, I have 3 goals every quarter. So I divide this up by my 3 goals. I also have a personal goal at the bottom. This is just to look after the things myself and what I want to do. So I know I should have done this yesterday, and it's day 8 today, but this is the week it is. So my first goal is writing 35,000 because that is for this writing challenge. So my first goal relates to my writing. I don't have a monetary goal or anything on my writing. I more have a consistency writing, publishing goal, getting things done, because I find if I have a monetary goal, if I'm not reaching it, I kind of get disheartened. So I make it into a goal that I can achieve. So my goal for this period was to write Jigsaw Girl and get it published. And so that's my goal. I also have back matter and books to tidy up and kind of get paperbacks tidied up. That's one of my goals as well. It was basically the first goal was to get my writing house in order, to get my books flowing, writing flowing, to get my published books where they need to be and tidy them up, because the more books you put out, the more you have to keep going back and putting in your also by me page, trends change on the way Amazon does, covers update, all sorts of things, and it's like this ongoing process. So it's basically an audit of all my published books. So I have the goal to do 2 books and get that A+ content up on the Amazon page. That's the goal there, to get 2 books that are A+ content sorted. I also need to sort a paperback out for a book that's being shipped out. So that's also on this week. There is a Becca Syme chat coming up because I'm a member of her Patreon. So as you can see, some of these are like, the only real writing one is that one. But I need to print some stickers off that are going into some things that are being mailed. I need to pack the items that are being mailed. And I also need to mail Kickstarter items. So this is all relating to my writing work. Goal 2 relates to Patreon. I think that's it. So yeah, so writing, Patreon. The third goal relates to my YouTube and my social media. So I need to batch 14 TikToks because I try and post 2 a day. So like I say, this is my personal goal, or should I say kind of like life. I have another channel, it's to do with weight loss, so nothing to do with writing, so they don't kind of cross, so I just need to do a weekly video for that. And I also need to go to storage to put away all our Halloween decorations. There'll probably be more as I go along and think about, oh gosh, yes. I need to sort the van insurance out because that's up for renewal, as we have a works van for our home business. So that is how I set my week. Now, I also want to show you this. So I know a lot of people, I've seen them on AuthorTube, do things called Kanban boards. And I've tried it, but what I was finding is I was leaving the stickers and not looking at them. So I came up with this for me. And basically my goals are color coded. So the green ones, they kind of match my pens, but they're apart from the yellow one. But yeah, so I have written out what I want to do. So at the beginning of the quarter, I wrote out my 3 goals plus my personal goal, and then I wrote out the actual things I wanted to do to hit that goal, and then I broke it down into individual tasks, and I've put them on here, and it's just so I can carry it around in this book and I can check them off. So one of my goals for this quarter was to read 14 books. So far I've read 3, and I've actually nearly finished that, and I've nearly finished another one, so that will be checked off. I also am trying to get my writer's website up, so I have things like this, you know, I've broken it down into what I want to do. So I want to make my main page, my about me page, for the next year 2023 I want to have a challenge to write a short story a month, and I'd love people to join me on that. So I'm going to put a page up with a prompt for every month, and there's going to be like 3 prompts, I think. So I need to get on with that and get that up ready for January. So that's on here for this quarter. I also wanting to sort planners out to go with that, and get on with my writer Patreon. So, you know, I've got things like that. So this is what I've done. So I've nothing to check off on these. But I have things like this. So I have signed up for Mark Dawson's Ads for Author course, and I'm yet to sit down and actually take it. So I've got all the things checked off, ticked here, so I can tick them off as I go along. But this is one. So I haven't, because I have just been totally off plans, I haven't kept up with ticking this. So I created this to plot out my book. The book cover is done. The title is sorted out. I've done all the brainstorming. I've not crossed any of these out. So as you know, I double draft. So I have done 5,000, 10,000, 15,000 and 20,000. I've redrafted, I think I've redrafted 15,000, so they're coming along nicely. But this is just what I do every week, so I'll go through these cards and check off what I've done, and any immediate tasks I will put them into here. But then what I also use is this planner, and this is where I take it down onto a daily basis. So all this stuff that is in here gets put over to here. So I have shoved some washi tape on it because I have decided that this week is purple themed. Not sure why, just what I fancied. So I don't know if you can see it here, but I have written sprints every day because this is where I will sprint. So yeah, I'm going to take this list and break it down. So I have write 35,000 words. So I won't really plan the whole week out because things change, things come up. I know there are certain things that I have to do every day, so I have to write 5k a day. I have to get the A+ content, so I've just put that on a couple of easier days. I split my batching my TikToks across 2 days, so I'll do 7 today, 7 tomorrow. I know I've got to do the 30 days with a video, the 30-day challenge videos every day. I know I've got to do a video for my weight loss journey channel. I know I've got an appointment on Friday with the dentist. I've also got, so I go to Slimming World, so I've also got that on that day. On Saturday, I won a Zoom chat thing with author Sarah Cannon, and so that is on Saturday, so that's booked in. I have various other things as they come up, I'll fill them up. So what I tend to do is, like, I will add things as I think to them to this list. My sprints will all go here. As you can see, I didn't even fill in yesterday, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 for today. As I leave this open because more things come up, like there's the van insurance, I really need to go and sort that, so I'll write that in here. I need to get hold of my mum, so I'll write that in here. And I just leave this kind of middle bit for things as they come up. So it's kind of like, these are the recurring tasks, or the ones I know that I have to do. These are appointments and things that come up through the day, and these are my sprints. So tonight, when I've finished everything, I'll see if there's anything I need to add to here. And that's just how I work. I also have here, you'll probably notice, my stats, and these are just my numbers for TikToks and channels and things like that. So yeah, so that is me planning for the week. So I am now going to go and get the words done. Actually, I'm going to go make a coffee because my coffee cup is empty. And then I'm going to sit down and sprint. And I'm not going to let myself do anything else until these 6 things are filled in. Unless there's an absolute dire emergency. That's it. I'm not doing anything else now. And it is currently, I think, probably about somewhere between 8:30 and 9 o'clock. I'm not sure. So there's no reason for me not to get these words done, so I'm going to do them. Oh, and that reminds me, I did show you my cover. I need to pay Stuart for making that fantastic cover because I've not paid him yet and I keep forgetting. And yeah, I really need to do that. Pay your cover designers on time. Don't be like me and forget for a couple of days. But I will see you this afternoon, hopefully having written at least 5,000 words. Bye. Hello, so it's dark and I've got the camera and the phone propped up and it's kind of tilted at an angle because it keeps falling off. It's driving me nuts. It's because, I mean, a van, and it's got a hump, which is very annoying. So sorry, you're gonna have to just deal with this. Anyway, I today wrote a whole 10,294 words. Oh my god, it felt so good. My goal today was not leaving the office until I'd written 5,000 words, and it took me till about just before noon to get those 5,000 words. So I wrote those, and then I actually went and had my breakfast. That's how strict I was, not letting myself out the room. So I got those words down, went and had my breakfast, and thought, right, I'm going to write now till 2:30, and then I'm going to switch to do some other stuff that I need to do. And 2:30 rolled around, and when I looked at my word count, I only had about 2,000 words, just over 2,000 words left to go to get to 10,000, and you know, that was like a red rag to the bull, and I'm like, I'm going to do this. So I wrote another chapter and got to that 10,000 word, and it feels fantastic. It's a huge catch up. Obviously I'm not where I need to be because we're on day 8, so I should be at 40,000 words, but I think this should put me at 32,000 words, so it's really not that bad now. I've got like another 8,000 to go catch up, but yeah, I'm really chuffed with that. And yeah, and I got all my planning done. So this is what happens when I plan. I'm able to achieve better at what I want to do, and it's just so simple as having this checklist. So that's great. And I did dictate some today, but I didn't get to dictate a lot because I was supposed to have the whole day to myself, but then someone came back, and I don't like dictating when other people are in the house. It makes me feel really self-conscious. So I'll only dictate when I'm alone. So, you know, sometimes I'll go and dictate in the car and do it to a dictaphone, but if I'm in the house, I'll only dictate while I'm alone in the house, even if they're like downstairs and I'm upstairs, just because it makes me feel really self-conscious, and then I can't get into the story. So I managed about 20 minutes of dictation, and I got out of that about 1,800 words, and they came out great. And I love dictation, wish I was able to do it all the time because it's just so easy, especially for your first draft, because I know people go on a lot that dictation needs a lot of editing, but because I use it for my first draft, I'm editing it anyway. So in fact, well, no, I'm printing it off, deleting it and rewriting it, so it doesn't matter to me. So when I'm dictating, I literally only dictate commas and full stops. I don't bother with speech marks. I will just, you know, I will do blah blah blah, Rogan said, new line, blah blah blah, she said, new line, and like that. And I won't bother with any of the punctuation because it doesn't matter, it's my first draft. So I dictated a chapter and then I rewrote that chapter, and it came out fantastic. So yeah, I'm hoping tomorrow that I can do some dictation into my dictaphone, because I am out of the house tomorrow. I've got the next few days out of the house tomorrow. Like I say, we do have like a family business that I have to do. So that's going to take up a little bit of my morning till about 10:30, 11 o'clock, and then I'll try and get some more words in later. But I am so happy with today's word count. You cannot believe it. It's like, it feels so great. My brain feels like mush from writing so much, but I am so chuffed with it. And I've actually got Alex now on his investigation. He's got some leads, he's got some names, he's gone to the roommates, found out that she works as she's a PhD student in her final year, so she works in an office where she's hoping to get a job as a clinical psychologist when she passes. So she has some patients. There's one patient who kind of has got attached to her, doesn't really leave her alone, and that kind of stuff. So that's one of the leads. The guy that they thought was her boyfriend, turns out he's an ex because he cheated on her. That's another lead that they've discovered. And it's also discovered that she has a kind of secret life and a job that no one would put her to doing, and she's kind of got some secret responsibilities. And this is the whole reason behind the title of Jigsaw Girl. When I told people what it was called in my family, they were expecting that she was going to be a victim that was going to be chopped up like a jigsaw piece. But actually the idea behind the name Jigsaw Girl was that there are so many different pieces to her that she just makes up this massive puzzle that has different parts, and you know, she herself is the puzzle. But not only that, it's because she's a clinical psychologist, or about to be a clinical psychologist, you know, she also deals with people's broken pieces as well as her own. So it was just, that was the idea behind the title. But yeah, so I'm gonna go. I'm actually at the supermarket because I forgot to buy sugar yesterday when I went shopping, and I parked in the furthest darkest corner, so nobody sees me sitting here talking to myself with the light on. And I'm going to go and buy some sugar, and I shall see you tomorrow. Bye.